Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Motherhood and you are on Yana Conversations. This is a place you can call home. This is a place where we have conversations, heart to heart, where we share what the Lord has also placed in my heart. And yeah, today I'm not alone. I'm here with a guest. I'm not alone, pun intended. So guys, I hope you guys are really excited. You're gonna be even more excited when you see who I'm sitting with. But before we get into that, let's just get all the admin out of the way. So guys, please remember to just click the subscribe button. Just click it. I know you guys are enjoying the videos. I know you guys are blessed. I've seen the testimonies, I've seen the comments, I've heard the feedback, and I know you guys enjoy this. But please, we just ask you to just subscribe and click the like button, share, leave us a comment. If you want to share with us a testimony of how these videos have been helping you, please feel free to do so. We'd really love to hear from you. So guys, as I mentioned in my previous video, that I'm going to start reading like the comments that you guys leave for us, some reviews that you guys leave for us, and I'm just gonna read just a few now. So one person said, childhood traumas are the root of our current behavior, and through reflecting we can be able to heal and learn new ways of doing things. Correcting the wrong thoughts that were installed during childhood makes a huge difference. And someone said, listening to you is always uplifting. And somebody else said, I needed to hear this today. I'm blessed. Thank you so much. And I'm just going to read the last one. She says, let us not tolerate bad behavior in us. As we are in the process of becoming, it's important to introspect. I am definitely going to do a root cause analysis on both the good and the bad behavior. Thank you so much for this episode. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for leaving us those comments. They are always encouraging. And for me, it just encourages me to do more and to listen more from God as well, you know. So yeah, guys, let's get to the business of today. So like I said, I'm not here alone. I'm here with a special guest who happens to be my sister, my younger sister, Mama. For those of you that don't know Venda, just ask somebody to interpret that for you. I'm not going to try and say it in English. But yeah, I'm not here alone. I'm here with my sister, the one and only, none other than Chairo. Yeah. So guys, I'm not here alone. As you can see, I'm here with my sister. This is my younger sister. Let's get it right. This is my younger sister. She comes right after me. So before me, we have an elder and the oldest.
Before you,
the eldest,
the eldest, yeah.
The eldest sister, then it's me, then it's her, then it's Bambi and everything. So we like five girls. So it's 5 girls. So yeah, welcome, Chairo.
Thank you. I have been waiting for this day. I've been asking, Kanti, when am I being interviewed? You know, people come and go, and you know, they call me to come do their makeup, and I come here.
Oh no, wait. We were supposed to do this.
Oh.
Ding. Guys, we have green tea. Ding. All right, what were you saying?
I was saying that, you know, I've been called to come do makeup on guests on guests, and upon guests, another guest, on one guest, another guest. I'm like, how? And then, home girl,
guys, okay, let's
invitation whatsoever.
Let's get the record straight. Taki, I called her last year when I started. I'm like, I need you on my channel, and she said she can't. It was not the right time. I was trying what? Yeah, she said it was not the right time. Let's not get into why, but she said it was not the right time. So now is the right time.
Now is the right time.
Now is the right time. So yeah, guys, I'm so excited to have my sister on my channel. We're gonna have beautiful conversations, heart to heart. We're just gonna talk about how sisterhood is, how it is being my sister.
Oh, okay.
And how it is being her sister. And yeah, so you guys, we asked you guys to send us questions. I've got questions from you guys, so thank you so much. We will definitely go through them. But I've also prepared my own questions. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes. My name.
What do you mean?
Hi everyone, my name is Takalani Chairo. Takalani, Chairo is my name. I am Murado's younger sister, as she has already said. I am a good 32 years old.
At least today you spoke your right age. Why do you keep telling people you're 29?
29. I've always said I'm 30 because there's a reason why I've said I'm 30 for the past 2 years. And that's because growing up, I've always told myself that when I turn 30, I'm going to retire.
Where are you now?
I told myself I'm gonna retire at 30. I told myself I'm gonna do a lot of things. I'm gonna be far in my life when I'm 30.
But are you not far?
I'm very far. But also, I told myself also that I was going to throw like a massive party when I turned 30 because I've never heard a party. Like I turned 18.
No, that's not true. We did a surprise party for you.
I mean a party that I planned. And I say I'm going a surprise party. I mean, it's great. Yes, I appreciate it. But I'm saying that I wanted to throw a party for myself, like a big thing, like makeup, like 5 dresses. Yeah, like you will come. You're not the one you on. And like a big thing. And then the year I was turning 30.
You were supposed to
I was
introduce yourself.
pregnant. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Continue.
I was pregnant. Like last September, I gave birth in October. So in September, when I was turning 30, I was like this.
Shame.
And I was like super ugly. So I said to myself, I'm postponing my 30th. I will have it the following year. Ne?
And then what happened
The following year? Lockdown.
Oh.
And mugoish.
Yeah, you were going, my girl.
You know? So I'm like, okay, until I do what I want to do. And
You'll
then
remain
the big
30.
part, I'll
So it
remain
means
30.
you're still 30.
No,
Agree, you've not done.
No, I turned 30.
When?
This
But you
year,
didn't have
although
a
I didn't throw a party, but I felt like my celebration of my birthday was the way I would celebrate a 30-year-old. It was nice.
Oh, Kana, you traveled.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's get down to the business.
Sure,
of
that
the
was
day.
a long intro.
Hey, like you said a lot, but it's
I
fine.
talked
It's
too
fine.
much.
I'm sure the people will enjoy it. So, Taki, do we say Taki or Chairo or Miangosha?
Wow.
Which one?
You can call me Chairo. Kana Takalani.
Okay,
Okay, Taki.
I love Miangosha.
Okay, yeah, call me Miangosh, but imagine
So I've had a friend that said to us, "No, don't call me Mia someone," And I was like, "But you are, So why do mothers feel like they don't want to be referred to Mia someone?"
Personally, it's not a problem. Especially if we have a relationship of some sort and you don't identify me or you don't see me as that person only. Because that is a role that I play. I'm a mother. I'm not only just a mother. First, I am me. I'm an individual. That's why for me it's important that you call me by my name. For it's who I am, right? It is there's so much more to me than being a mom. And yeah, just as long as you're not saying it to put me in a cage and to see me ngamaklapis. You see? So yeah, but anyways,
Okay.
yeah.
So you
for the
don't-
purpose of this, you
Let's
can call
say
me
Taki.
Taki.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So, guys, there is Chairo Abeni. Like it's new, especially to us family. It's so funny when we have video calls and mom is like, "Hello, Chairo," and
Yeah,
it's
no,
just
that's
like,
weird.
Yeah, it's very
That's
weird.
weird. No, I find it weird too. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's very weird. But anyway, okay. So you were saying earlier that Chairo and Takalani is one and the same.
One person.
So there's no Chairo, there's no
I
Taki.
don't have an alter ego. I am me. I am Chairo. I am Takalani.
What does Chairo mean?
It means Takalani.
What language is that?
Greek.
All right, so Taki, obviously I grew up with you. I was there when you were born, but for some reason, when I was preparing for this shoot, I couldn't see you when you were still young. And seriously, I couldn't find, I couldn't get images of who you were when you were young.
Was I even there?
What do you mean? You know, like I couldn't. So yeah, I couldn't get pictures of you when you were young. I remember you when you were much older, when you had started singing, and you know you were going to that school. Shame, what? Guys, so me and my older sister, we went to a good school. We went to Chairo Christian school, and then for some reason, Taki goes to a school which is like 30 kilometers away from home. So she would literally walk to school. We were like catching transport or like, we wake up, dad takes us to the bus station, you catch a bus, you go to school. Like he would wake up and walk to school. Like,
and I would walk a distance, hey? For a kid that age. How old was I? Grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4. I was walking to school. They would go to school with a lunchbox with your polony, your cheese, and
what did you go with?
Nothing! Rachi paka peanut butter na broto.
So you never had lunchbox?
No.
That's why I can't remember you when you were young.
I didn't have lunchbox. Rachi paka tea, chikoroni. There was like at our government here, guys. You must always remember when you address your audience, it's not only South Africans that are watching you.
Okay.
So you have an international audience. So you need to
international.
Say in South Africa, there's our government schools. There's a feeding scheme.
Yeah.
So when you go to school, you get bread, and then it was a peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah. And jelly.
Shippy jelly, ngaba America way.
Oh,
Jam.
it's jam. But why did you go to the school?
No. Ask them.
You never questioned?
No, I want to tell you about the
yeah.
food, right? So it was like a slice like this, like a quarter ya broto with peanut butter and or like a chikwachi, like what do you call it? It's juice,
Squash.
Nah, chikwachi. Yes, and that would be our lunch. But I used to enjoy it, hey.
So did you ever ask yourself, Ori, why are my older sisters going to a nice school and I'm going to school?
I don't know. And not only you guys. Remember, I'm the middle child.
Yeah.
So you guys, you and Dakaro, you went to Chairo Christian School. Then they passed me.
No, but those
No,
ones
no,
were,
no,
they were not there.
no. They were. Bambi went to Amtoroki. Amtoroki was a private school. Was a private crash.
And where did you go for crash? You went to Amtoroki.
I went to Amtoroki for 1 year. I didn't really go to crash.
And then where did you finish your crash?
I went to crash for like less than a year, and then I went to primary school.
But you were a smart kid. I seen there's a photo of some kid there.
No,
Is it
that's
you?
Brenda.
With the pondo.
Brenda. When she was doing doctors, what?
Brenda.
It's not me.
Oh, shame.
Yeah. So they skip me. They go to my younger sisters, send them to private school as well. After Pemi was done with Hamtoroki, she went to Hillside Primary School. A private school, Makado. No. I was still walking.
And then, I remember you pulled a stunt.
No, and then wait. Then Brenda, when Brenda went to school, I had already left the public school I had gone to. Brenda then came to Pretoria. So I'm literally the only child who
Brenda came to Pretoria.
Brenda did her primary school in Pretoria.
I remember.
Yes. So I was that child that walked to school.
And then you pulled stunts there. Okay, at school you told the other kids that she's sick, and then she fainted, fake fainting, and they carried you from school to home.
Yeah. No.
Like, how did you even think of that?
Like a boss.
Guys.
Yeah, no, I was.
So they carried you from school to home.
Yeah, no.
Then when you got home,
I woke up. I was tired.
So you fainted. You fainted.
I was not a bully though, but it's just that day I was tired, and I used to have a problem here, mikota. Nosebleeds, and it would be so hot.
And then you decide what?
No, I decided to faint, and they carried me home. I didn't have to walk, but yeah.
Okay. So that's your upbringing. You went to Silomo school, and then they moved you from there. You went to Hillside. But you've always been a smart girl. Because I remember hillside, you even, I don't know what was happening, and you were presenting. Yeah, my dad came back happy. He was parted like my girl. She was standing there speaking like Barry, like you were not tatazelling, like you were proper speaking. What was happening?
I've always been a stage girl. I've always loved being on the stage, be it speaking, be it singing, whatever. I've never been afraid. I'm not a shy person. I wish I was shy, but because I like you know, people that are, you know, gentle and calm and hello guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. This is where you'll find healing. But I am none of that.
None of us is that.
Actually, yeah, none of that.
No, like I watch, I'm like, shh, welcome back guys, to my YouTube. It never, like I'm
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
and
loud.
I talk like Mrs. X always says, I talk with my hands. So I'm not the gentle.
Yeah. So I've always loved, I remember that one time when I was presenting something at school and Dad was so happy. I remember going to the teacher and the teacher was like, hey, Bafunzi, you know, this one is very good with public speaking.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, that's what it's called. Public speaking. So, yeah.
So why are you not doing public speaking?
I do public singing.
Yes, honey. Yes. yes. Okay, so I think we've covered your upbringing. Or is there something you want to add? Something special?
And then,
maybe?
okay. And then, I don't know if maybe it's still going to come. Then you guys finished, no, Dakaro finished high school. And then you guys came this side. And then the primary school I was going to didn't have a secondary school. So then our parents moved me as well to Pretoria. So I came to live in Pretoria when I was
we went to that
14.
school together.
Yeah, to Edu College.
Edu College.
Yeah, Edu College. Were you a prefect?
No. Yeah, I was very
Why?
shy when. No, I never had a good primary and high school life.
Yeah, I was a prefect.
Where?
Edu College.
I'm prefect.
Honey! Ndandishe parathaisa fane bangwe.
Were you a prefect?
Yes! My whole high school life, I was a prefect. I used to wear different color tie. I used to go to prefect camp. I was disappointed when I didn't make head girl.
Oh, shame, man. No, I've never. My high school and I've been that, not reserved, but I think no. Yeah,
No. I was a prefect. Shine girl.
Yes, honey.
I was a prefect. I used to get awards.
I remember those little awards.
Yeah, academic awards.
Shame, you've been this. So you think you're the smart one amongst us?
Amongst us? I don't know. What do you think?
No, I'm asking you.
What do you think?
I think I'm the smart one. I'm joking. No, you're smart. You're smart. You're the one who has a degree. Some of us are only getting our degrees now.
You want to tell them how I passed my matric?
I don't remember. I can't remember you, eh? I'm joking.
As for I can't remember.
I'm joking. No, Amara, you did well. Like you passed with distinctions.
Yeah, I did well.
Good girl. And then what made you decide auditing? How did you end up in auditing?
I don't know.
And you went to University of Shem Taki. Go Shem. You went to University of Pretoria, did auditing. Why did you choose auditing?
I didn't choose auditing.
What happened?
My not high school, my varsity was such a something in the sky, man. My head was not okay. I don't know what was going on. I don't even know how I made it through my degree. But I always wanted to be in the medical space. I wanted to be a doctor.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
Yeah.
So why are you not going?
I'm gonna be a nurse because I don't know if I'm willing, if I have the strength to go the whole 6 years. So I think I'm gonna become
6
a
years
nurse.
to be a nurse?
To be a doctor.
Oh, okay.
So I still want to pursue something in the medical space. I have to work at a hospital. I have to touch patients. I have to touch them. I have to runga them.
And you and Bambi, guys, these people, then like English, like they would clean each other. Even Bambi, she loves cleaning people's ears.
Yeah.
And you watch that program, the pimple what?
Pimple popper.
Like I would never sit and watch such.
Yeah. So I still think that it's something that I'm gonna do, particularly because I have a dream of having a clinic. I have a dream of doing, when I do mission trips, when I have that as a package, it's gonna be really, really good to help people in communities and, you know.
So you
all of
still
that.
want to pursue that?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we've covered your upbringing.
Yeah, we have.
Okay, so I mean, we grew up in a pastor's house, right? And I've got my own memories of how it was. So I want to hear from you, like how was it growing up in a pastor's house, and you know, being a middle child, being a pastor's daughter, surrounded by, you know, like, you know, we shared our home with almost everybody. Like there was just always someone that stays with us. So how was that experience for you? Because I'm sure like we experienced it differently. So how was being a pastor's daughter, how was that upbringing?
Honestly speaking, people, you know, as pastors' kids, when we sit, we like to complain about, you know, time and how you always have to share your parents with other people and you don't really get your own time with them. But I honestly think our parents did well. I personally felt loved by my parents. I don't feel like they were shortisa Amanda. You know, it was okay. I think it was normal. The only thing is that would really just, you know, was Blair for me. It was number one. Crusades were a lot.
Yeah, guys. Like our lives were crusade lives. Like, yo.
Almost every week there was a crusade. Sure. All night prayers were there.
Yeah.
I think I started fasting from a very young age.
And they would do that 7-day.
No, 14.
Oh, 14 days.
Yeah, 2 weeks of liquid fast. So no solids, just liquids only for 2 weeks. I started doing that from a very, very young age. And yeah, but only now I really appreciate that, because it really built a very solid foundation. Like my Christian life now is not taking, and it's because of the foundation that they built, the foundation of prayer. You know, I appreciate the value of prayer now. The Urazilani always used to say, prayer it's like built on. Ne mkoki. You know, you I'll see in it will carry you
through. Yeah.
It will carry you 20 years later. A prayer that you made 20 years ago can be that one thing that saves your life, you know. So I appreciate those times now. But then when I was still young, it was like, yo, how, you know.
Especially the crusades, guys. Yo.
No longer booze. No longer booze.
Yo guys, we live that life, eh? Yeah, it's banga.
Booze when I'm young.
But we thank God, hey, like we're doing the work of the Lord.
Do you remember the crusade, Amabunga?
What happened? What happened?
Let's leave it.
So how has it been growing up amongst girls, especially also being the middle child? You've got 2 older sisters, you've got 2 younger sisters. How was it? It was, I think it's got its times. There are times where, of course, as sisters, we would fight. But for the better part, it was really enjoyable. You have people that honestly really understand what you're going through. When you go on your first period, there's 2 other people that have already gone through it, so it's not really a strange thing in the family. You always, it's that thing of always having someone that you can count on. Yeah.
Always having a friend, you know, that you can call on. I know I don't do it, but I know that you're there.
You don't do it?
Like call and say, hey, go.
Yeah, hey. Anyway, topic for another day.
Yeah, so yeah, it's been bliss. It's amazing. It's nice. And the Riafana, we're almost the same size. We can share clothes.
Hey, the clothes part, guys. Yeah.
We are almost the same shoe size.
No, not
all
with
of
me.
it, like me and my 4 sisters, except you, Miss Longfoot.
I share shoes with my mom.
Like,
So yeah, okay. So for the better part of it, it was really good.
I love it. I still love it. I'm still enjoying the benefits of it. And being the middle child for me really meant that I didn't have to do anything. You know, there's always the ones. When it's too big a responsibility, there's two older sisters. When it's too small a responsibility, there's two younger sisters. And who gets to be the madam?
Hey, all right. So, you grew up amongst girls, so all your life it's been women. Now, with dad also not being there, it's just us. It's just the girls. We're not counting the husbands. It's just us. And then here you come now. God blesses you with two boys, right? So this is like a whole different scenario altogether. Because I mean, where did you see boys being raised? You know. So how is it being a mom? Okay, let's start with just being a mom. How is it? What do you enjoy the most about being a mom?
Yo, being a mom is sure. It's such a roller coaster. It's a blessing, and I'm grateful for my two boys. Like, they're my life. It's also hectic.
How so?
And maybe it's just me, guys. Like, yo, I struggle with mom guilt.
Okay.
Like, that thing, literally, it can paralyze me. It can literally send me into a bad mood instantly.
Why? Like,
I don't know.
what do you feel guilty about?
Okay, let's say yesterday I went to work. No, very early in the morning I had to go do my hair. So I was at the salon at almost 6 o'clock in the morning. Immediately after the salon, I had to go to work. I went to work, straight to work. Immediately after work, I had a rehearsal in Pretoria. So I came from work, went straight to Pretoria. Immediately after that rehearsal, I had another rehearsal in the evening. Until my last rehearsal was until 10:30.
In the evening?
In the evening, then I went home. So, meaning I didn't see the boys the whole day. I was grumpy the whole day.
So do you like explain to them? Like, do you explain or do you just carry on? Because I mean, Ngosha is at a stage where maybe he will ask you questions, Mommy, where were you, or stuff like that.
I mean, there was a time when I was so busy that I would wake up too early in the morning to see them, and I'd come back late at night when they were sleeping. I think it happened for like almost 2 or 3 days consecutively. I don't know how I made it through. And he did ask me, he said, Mommy, you're not there when I wake up. You know? Oh, my heart. Yo, it's like, yo, my heart was just like, oh my God. You know, it's that thing of, am I failing them? Am I not doing enough? And then if I stay and not do what I have to do, what will happen? I'm gonna be grumpy. I'm not gonna be happy. I'm not gonna be the best version of myself. I'm not gonna set the right example for them, because I want them to know that even though it's a role that they'll be playing, one day when they're fathers, they must understand that it is a role. It is not who they are. They still have to live.
Yeah.
They still have to account for the talents and the gifts that God has laid in their lives.
So then how do you then strike the balance now? Because obviously you want to pursue what God has called you for, and you want to show them that you pursue purpose and you do the best with the gift that God has given you. And then at the same time you have a career. It's the boys, it's now your music career as well. So how do you ever strike a balance? Is there anything called
I personally, I've not figured it out.
Yeah.
I am still going with it by the day, as it goes. You know, and it's my daily earnest prayer to God. God, help me to be the best mom I could be to these boys that you've given me. I don't want them to ever become my life. Because one day they're gonna grow up. They're going to leave my house. They're going to have their own families. And then what becomes of me?
Of you, yeah.
Right? So it is my prayer that, Lord, help me to raise them. I mean, it's almost like it's a role that God gave me to just be the landlord. They're not there. Yes, I gave birth to them. But they're not
Ultimately,
mine.
yeah.
Those are God's creations. And God created them with a purpose. Right?
Do you believe that being a mother is a purpose? I've heard people saying just being a mom is purpose
There are
on
people.
its own.
There are people like that that believe they've been called. God has called them to mothering. Right? I know a lady that she believes that God has called her to be a mother. She left her job to be a full-time mom. And not a full-time mom of me making orange juice and sitting the whole day and doing nothing. Because she took it so serious. God said to her she's raising the next president or the next big whatever. So that means that she needed to show up to that role. And how do you show up? Just like if I believe that God has called me to be a doctor, it's a calling for me, I go to school for it. I learn and I study for it. She then decided, because being a mom is a calling for her, she went and did education.
Oh, okay.
She's homeschooling her children.
Sure.
Then you know that this person is taking it serious. She's not just being lazy and saying, she's homeschooling her children, making sure that they get the best education, and she's giving it to them. She's intentional about how they are raised. I watched the series called The Queen. It's about the royal family in in the UK, the Queen Elizabeth, and how they were raised. Someone had to take their time to craft and build a queen. There's certain how to pose, how to sit, how to talk, how to eat, how to do 1, 2, and 3. Someone it's their job. So that woman felt that it is a job to raise this particular kind of children and tomorrow's leaders. So yeah, it can be a calling.
While we're still on the topic, guys, we have so many questions to get through. So while we're still on the boys topic, so one person actually sent a question and asked Uri, what is that wow moment for you when you look at your boys?
That is a daily thing that I go through.
Yeah.
Every day in the morning when I wake up and the boys come and say, "Good morning, mommy." Both of them, "Good morning, mommy. How are you?" I'm like, "Are you happy?" Like, "Are you happy?" "I'm happy." "Are you happy?" "I'm happy." That is the best feeling and like the best moments of my life. It literally makes my day.
Yeah.
So they wow me every day. Just seeing them growing up, seeing them, develop and grow out of their shells and have a personality, and it's just an amazing blessing.
I actually today, well, I don't know when you guys are gonna be watching it, but today when I came to your house and you came back with Ngosha and I was with Riloshe, and he came running to the door and he's like, "Hello, mommy." And then he's like, "Hello, Ngosha." Like, for me as an aunt as well, when I saw that, I'm like, this is so beautiful. And I think you're teaching them something so amazing, to appreciate one another.
Yeah.
When he went and he's like, "Hello, Ngosha," I'm like, this is so beautiful, and it's something that we want to see. You're crying. It's something that I think as parents we need to teach our children to appreciate one another as siblings.
Yeah.
Because even in our sisterhood, I feel like we can do better. I always feel like we can do way better than what we're doing now. And it's important for us to show that affection to one another, so that we teach even our kids to say it's okay to be affectionate. Like, it's weird for me and you to hug.
Come here.
This is for the camera. But it's so weird. Honestly speaking, it's weird. And it's because we, even with our parents, that affection, but we used to hug.
We used to hug and kiss.
I don't know what happened to it, but I feel like we need to teach our children affection.
Yeah.
And love, but anyway. So when I witnessed it, I was just like, oh God, like it really, really warmed my heart. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Okay, the last question regarding the boys, right? What is the one lesson? I think I had this question, and I think somebody else also on Facebook asked that, raising boys is such a big responsibility. And what is the one lesson that you want your boys to carry with them going forward, when they become adults and all of that?
Be kind.
Okay.
Kindness for me is big. Every day in the morning when I drop Ngosha at school, remember to be kind. It goes a long way. I think
What does kind mean to you?
be kind for me means be a good person from the heart, in how you speak to other people, in how you react, in how you respond. Even if a situation is as tough as nails, remember to be kind. Kindness for me is a big thing. I just wish that people were kind. All across the world, on social media. Why are we not kind? When did we become hard-hearted people? When did we become evil? When did we become so cruel? Where does that come from? It's the one thing that breaks societies today. It's the one thing that has our jails filled with people. It's the one thing that has prisons filled with people.
Yeah.
The fact that we are not kind anymore. In everything. If you are, I don't want to, for me, yes, I know they will be great by the mercy and grace of God and become the next big leaders. But when the day I shall see my child expressing kindness to another person, is the day I will know that I did a great job.
Do you think you'll be a great mother-in-law?
Me?
Yes.
The best.
How do you know?
Because I'm a kind person.
Okay.
In whatever role.
Okay. Okay, let's move on now. We're done now with family. We're done with the boys. So, Taki, do you have friends?
Hello to all my friends.
I'm not talking about your friends.
I have friends.
Your friends.
I do.
So how do you navigate friendship?
They navigate.
What do you mean they navigate?
My friends.
What do you mean they navigate? How do you navigate friendship? How do you maintain friendships if you do?
Muraro, agree you stole all my friends.
Guys, like this never ends. Every time we talk about friends, Taki says I stole her friends. And
if you are Muraro's friend, you can testify. You know you were my friend first.
not all of them. Yes, I do agree that the way some people, but there's a reason, guys, why they are my friends now and not her friends. I always say to her, you don't know how to maintain friendships. Sips tea. Taki doesn't know. That's why I thought we need to bring this to the table, guys, because I feel like I can count your friends.
Yeah.
I can count your friends. I know now you're trying to build new friendships. I've seen on the socials. But, yeah, no, man. Why? Why do you struggle?
Why do I struggle now?
Yeah. Is it a struggle?
It is. Okay. Honestly, it is a struggle.
Does it bother you?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It's not a thing that started now. No. I've always never really had friends. I literally went through my whole varsity.
But you've got your friends from high school. Was it high school?
High school.
University?
My day ones. High school. We did grade 10, 11, 12 together.
But I'm sure they are more closer together than you.
Yeah, no. You know, guys, I struggle with friendships. I went through my whole varsity life and I didn't make a single friend.
No, you did.
Who?
Urutendo.
Varsity.
Were they
Urutendo, they're
from
all in high school together.
Okay.
Throughout varsity, I didn't. So I was that weird lady in varsity that was sitting on the grass alone, eating pie.
But were you not there with Urutendo in university?
No.
Oh, okay.
We were in the same varsity, but Portia went on to make other friends. Lou was, I never saw her. Zianda didn't go to UP, she went to
So why didn't you
Unisa.
make friends?
I don't know how to. What do you do? Do you go and say, hey, can you be my friend?
No, you just start conversations.
How do you,
and-
what do you, okay, I hate small
No.
talk. What do you say?
No, like, okay, if you're at school, then you start talking about whatever you guys are studying, then you'll be able to assess, or okay, can this person...
No,
you
wait,
know-
okay, let's go through it. I get into class. I go sit at the back, right at the corner.
Why are you sitting at the back at the corner?
Because I don't want the lecturer to be pointing at me and saying you answer. I'm like,
Okay. So let me tell you how I did it when I started university. Right? When I went to vets. Okay. So for me, I want to have a person wherever I go.
okay.
Do you understand what I mean? So like when I go to, I want to have that one person at least, especially in university, because you need to be able to talk to someone about your schoolwork and whatever, you know? So when I went to vets, I was like, I prayed about it. I literally prayed and I said, Lord, connect me to, even when I went to Greek, I prayed and I said, Lord,
Wow.
connect
Okay.
me to someone
Yeah.
that will be fitting, if I may call it that, for my character, someone that will get
Yeah.
along, and obviously someone who's a child of God, you
Yeah.
know, right?
Yeah.
So I did that, and I prayed. When I got to school, I remember we had to do some group discussions. Then I was part of this group where the friend I'm supposed to be friends with was in that group.
Okay.
And we hit it off. And only to realize that we've got the same values. We're both married, we're both children of God. And then we actually realized that we actually have mutual people. But I mean, it's because I wanted it.
Yeah.
So the question is, do you want?
I do. Because, you know, like when I see like posts, people go on vacation with their friends, and like on a Friday night, they're like, I'm going out with my friends, and I'm like,
Where are your friends?
we're my friends.
But you've
right?
got associates. Don't you have associates?
But they're busy. They have their own lives. They have their friends. I'm that one person. They have
The
their
weird
friends that like my friends go with their
Their
friends.
And
I'm
you're not
there.
there. You're not those friends.
I'm not there in the group.
But it doesn't bother you.
Sometimes I do feel like, ish, yeah, no. I feel like going out. Who can I call?
What does going out look like for you when you do go out?
When I go out.
Hey, what are you talking about going out?
Yeah.
Like you feel like you want to go out. So I'm asking
feel-
you, what does going out look like for you? Because some people, if we go out to a restaurant, you have a
Yeah.
good time, whatever.
Yeah.
Or you go chill at someone's house, you have a bride. Like, what does going out look like for you?
It looks like dressing up and going to a restaurant.
Okay.
Or to somebody's house to a bride. I've seen it on like social media, but nobody ain't never called me and said, "Girl, let's go out."
Yeah, because you maintain. Why don't you call
And say what?
and say, let's go out?
What if they're busy?
Yeah, they'll tell you we're busy.
Yeah.
No. Ardent.
I'll try though. I want friends. I actually do want friends.
But you've got friends, don't you have friends?
I do. Like I've got people that are that are potential friends. But the thing about me is, I feel like they are more friends with, and I don't want to be that person that takes them from their friends. You know.
No, you won't be taking them. You're not. Can't you? Now you want them. You want those people for yourself. You want them for yourself.
Yeah.
So they mustn't have other friends.
They
No,
can.
friendship doesn't work like that.
Okay, yeah, no, I guess I still have a long way to go.
No, like people have people. So I'm not like Zama's best friend alone. She has another one.
But you guys make time to best friend.
Yeah, of course. Every relationship, you make time. You make time for people. You check on people. You call people. You WhatsApp. You've got WhatsApp now. You WhatsApp people. So you make time for people in order to maintain the relationship.
Okay.
So you don't know how to.
Yeah, I'll
No,
start
even for
doing
me
that.
as a sister, I feel it.
That I don't know how to what.
To be there for someone.
Aye.
Seriously, I feel like you can do better. You don't think like that. You never think maybe I can do better.
Like in being there for other people. Yeah.
Do you ever
I'm
think
sure I
about it?
can. No, I don't think about it because I feel like I pray for people and
It's good to pray for people, but people also want you to say, "Are you
like
sister?
to call.
Are you fine?"
No, the thing is, I find it awkward when like someone is, like pouring their
Wishing.
heart out and they're wishing, and I'm like sitting there and I don't have a solution.
You don't need to have a solution because people don't want solutions. People just want somebody that can listen.
Now I listen, ne? And then I start crying, and then
It's
what?
okay. Yeah, that's how people build relationships. We don't always want you to have an answer. We don't always want you to have a solution, because sometimes even the solutions people give us are just like no. So, but people just want someone who is there that can listen. And if you can pray for me, pray for me. We don't always want answers from you. But people want to share emotions. They want to be able to cry on your shoulder. They want you to just say, "Are you good?" Or just come and we chill. Come and cook. You still owe me.
Yeah, I do. I do.
All right. Let's
Okay,
move
I'll
on.
do better.
Okay.
I'll do better. I'll be a better sister.
Okay. All right. I think we're going to move on. I need to ask this question. I feel like I should have asked it earlier on, but I'm just going to ask it now. So we lost our dad, right? How was that experience for you? How have you been dealing with losing dad?
Sure. Okay, that was hard.
Yeah.
That is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you miss the most about him?
I miss the calls. Yeah, he used to call and be like, "Hey, princess."
Yeah.
He used to call me princess.
He used to call me Sunshine. Hey, what you say?
Angel.
Oh, Angel, sorry.
Hey.
Yeah, Mother Angel Sunshine. Same thing.
Angelic sunshine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to call me Angel.
Yeah. I was like, "Hey, princess."
He used to say I have great faith.
Really?
He used to say my faith encourages him.
Really?
He never told you.
Well, I guess I never had faith.
He never said look up to your sister.
What?
Okay, maybe those were just like private moments.
Yeah, I guess that it was just between you and him.
Yeah.
I think I miss how he had a different relationship with each and every one of us.
Yeah.
And a different in its own way, special in its own way. I used to love how Dad would always make a plan. Doesn't matter what it is. Dad would just say, "Okay, I'll make a plan." All the time. "Daddy, I need 1, 2, and 3. Okay, when I'm going to know, but I'll make a plan. And he'd do anything for his children. I remember this one time. I think I'll go back to Finn.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was there by the compound. Lol.
Which compound? Jonathan.
He was in the yard. He was standing where he could see me approaching from Kifin. And there was this group of boys. Then we're approaching. And Dad, like I could see at that moment that Dad is watching. And then when you meet a group of boys, they were like, hey, what? Hey, sweetie, sweetheart, whatever.
Bavenda.
Bavenda.
I don't know.
Hey, utwachipundu.
Wow.
Yeah. And then they were trying their luck. And then Dad was like, "Hey, what to call?" So embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. Hey, what to call? I'm thinking, Dad, I'm just passing. They didn't touch me. They didn't try to grab me. They didn't do anything. They were just talking.
Yeah.
and he just threw a fit. And I remember this one time, we were coming from somewhere in town, so we were a big family, a family of 7, right? In those, we didn't have a 7-seater at home. We had a 5-seater. So we were always overload. Always. Standard. Whenever we are in the car, going to Durban, wherever, overload. We were stopped at the traffic officers. So my dad was like always anti-traffic policies. Traffic officers. Yeah. So they stop us. They say, hey, have phones. Overload. My dad was like, this car is called a family car. This is my family. It's a family car.
And this is
for my family. And this is my family. So what do you suggest, police officer? I must leave who? From these people, who must be left out? Who must stay at home to avoid this overload? The guy didn't have an answer. But he had a point.
Hey, madam, my dad. Hey,
It was hectic. It was hectic. Oh, I miss him so much. But yeah.
And now, what do you love the most about your mom?
Mom is strength personified. Power. Yo, my God, guys. My mom is hectic. She has this inner fireman, like inner self strength. And I love how principled mom is. Mom is about principle. She doesn't go with vibes. She doesn't go with what's in, what's not in. She is a person of principle. My mom is that person where, you know how when we're growing up, now we have this almost friendship kind of a relationship with your parents. My mom doesn't do that. My mom is a parent. And she'll parent you.
Place, eh?
She will sort you out real nice. I remember the one time as girls, we wanted to gossip with my mom. My mom was like, we were talking about someone who had, done something. And we're like, Mom, we know you know this. Why didn't you ever tell us?
To discuss
the guy. How does that build you? How does that knowledge of that build you? And we're like, okay.
Yeah.
She's always been principled, and I love that about her. She doesn't change. She doesn't change and change with the weather and flicker on her faith. Whatever she believes, she stands on for life.
Who do you think is closest to mom?
You.
Me.
Me. I've never
You're like this special, like this. Hey, I remember this other time we were at home. I don't know what was happening with you, Kana. You were sick or something. And we had to go home. Like, I think there was a rehearsal at church. And then you came and you were sick. And Mama was like, no, I need to take Taki home. We're like, but us. And we had to go in this buggy. It's in a canopy. Like, but us. Like, no, but Taki's sick. So not personally, maybe the other sisters have a different view, but I've always felt like you are the special one.
Remember when I fainted when we were going to Durban?
No, go fake.
No, I was not. It was real. I was really sick.
When you turned blue. What's your
No, wow. No, I just remembered that.
Oh yeah, you were allergic to beef. Then you had a word, guys. My dad, the only holiday we ever went to was Durban. Every time, by holiday at home, it's Durban. So we were going there, and you faint. You almost died, girl.
Yeah, no, literally.
Hey,
I've almost died a lot of times.
Yeah. No, we need to finish, eh? We need to finish. Okay. Let me just check my questions here. Okay. Let me just see. Who are you closest to amongst the sisters? I know it's definitely not me.
Who am I closest to?
Okay, or rather, before you answer that, like the sisters, so there's Dakaro, there's me. So how do you relate to each one of? Because obviously you have different relationships with all of us. So how do you relate with Dakaro?
Dakaro is like
Provider.
the provider, cash madam.
Yes.
She's the money. So we talk business. We talk how
Okay,
to
just
make
one
money.
thing. One thing.
Oh, okay. What?
About
Okay, so
Me,
how I relate with Dakaro? It's more on business,
okay. And then
on money,
Okay.
and then you.
Business and money. Me?
It's food. It's you being mom to my kids. Yeah.
Okay. And then Bambi.
It's Coco. baby, show me younger.
Okay. And then Brenda.
She's a baby. She's my baby.
I think Brenda's like a little mother.
Yeah, actually. Hey, because she likes mothering me, and she's like the last born. She's like a little mother.
I don't know why people fuss over you. Why?
I don't know. Nana, sometimes I feel like, guys, am I that fragile? Am I that fragile? Am I? Eh,
No, like, I don't know. We feel like you don't know how to do stuff for yourself.
Wow.
And we always have to do them for you.
I guess it's the middle child thing.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's move on. I think we're going to go now to Chairo, to the music, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But before we do that, so now it's October. We know October is Mental Health Month. And I want to find out from you. I mean, you've shared even on your socials that you've gone through the most. You've lost your dad. You've been diagnosed with diabetes. I want us to talk about that as well. You comfortable?
Yep.
How was it? Like, how, I know you're still you're still dealing with it. How was it when you found out?
Gosh. It's still such a thing that, I don't know, I'm struggling to wrap my head around it. Sure. Yeah. God has just been my strength, really. And it's such a roller coaster because I do well for a week or so. Then the next week, it's like, it's like, what's going on? It's quite an emotional thing for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm a child of God. I have faith. I pray. I do everything. But, I'm always reminded of the scripture, Kamwerere, that says, come to Ecclesiastes. Everything happens for as long as you are on this earth.
And you're called a person.
And you're called a person. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't say why me anymore. At first I used to say why me. I used to feel like it keeps pouring. It's like one thing after the other, that I have to deal with. But I still trust in God for complete healing. I'm still trusting in God. I'm taking my medication as I should. But I trust that it will come to an end.
Yeah.
Dad passed away, with diabetes, basically. But that will not be my story.
Amen. So going back to mental health, like, do you think you've ever struggled with mental health?
I have. I've struggled with depression for a long time. For a long time. Many things it was triggered by certain things, and I struggled with this. I still struggle with it sometimes. But there's a song that got me out. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to depression. I refuse to be a slave to it. Every day I wake up and I tell myself I am happy. I am happy. And I am happy. And I have a sound mind. The Bible says that We do not have the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and a sound mind. So I deal with it through prayer, through music, through the word of God.
Yeah.
I ground the moment I ground myself in, the moment I feel down, I know there's something that I'm not doing. Or the moment I feel those feelings of helplessness and this overwhelming sadness, when it comes upon me, I know that I'm probably lacking in my prayer. It's time to dial up on my prayer.
Do you think depression is a spirit?
It's a spirit. It is definitely a spirit. I'm that person that believes that life is spiritual. Everything. It starts in the spirit first, and then it manifests in our physical world. So depression is a spirit, and it needs to be dealt with the right. God has given us ammunition. We are not helpless.
And for you, what's that ammunition?
Prayer. I know that the moment I start feeling overwhelmed and depressed and feeling like I don't want to do anything, I don't want to sing, I don't want to do anything, I know that my prayer life is probably, teka-taking. It's slowing down. I need to dial up on prayer. I need to dial up on prayer. Then the enemy will not have any photo, because I keep on generating power. But yeah, it definitely is a spirit, and it needs to be dealt with the ammunition of the spirit.
Okay, so let's talk about your music as we close. Let's talk about your music. I think your music, when you recorded, it was like a breath of fresh air to us as well, as family. You know, when we saw you, fulfilling that dream that you've had for so long, and even for us as a family, we've been waiting, like we were waiting for that moment where we see you on that stage, where you producing your own songs, you're singing and whatever, because you've been a powerhouse for so long. And I think one of the questions as well that came up from other people was that how did you manage the waiting? Because I mean, you've been singing for many years, but only now that's when you're really stepping into Chairo and doing your own music. Somebody did ask that, how was that waiting period for you? How would you navigate through that and still strengthen yourself and still believe that one day you will be able to to do what you love and pursue God's purpose over your life?
It really didn't really feel like a wait.
Okay.
I was, you know how they say we must not be idle. Don't sit around idle waiting for something to happen. In the waiting process, it is not really a waiting process. It's a preparation time. Before that opportunity, that big deal, that record contract, whatever it is, before it comes, it needs to find you prepared. So it's not waiting, it's preparation.
It's preparation for you.
You need to prepare, you need to work the soil so that when the rain comes, the seed is already in, and then it just blossoms. Now, if you sit and you say there's no sign of rain, and you sit with your seed in your pocket, what if it rains tomorrow? What are you going to do? In the music industry, or not industry, in music terms, preparation means start writing. Write down the songs. Preparation looks like rehearse. Preparation looks like join the worship team. Preparation looks like cultivate the anointing. Cultivate the anointing. It needs to be worked on.
So somebody might be sitting and saying, how do I cultivate the anointing?
Prayer.
Okay.
Prayer. The word. Prayer. The word. Prayer. When you pray, you generate power. Like I said earlier, for me, I believe, and not just I believe, it is true, it's fact, that life is spiritual. When I now want to come into the music industry, which is it's a world by itself, and I want to come in and make an impact, and want to come in and be felt that hunamutu oshika oje now. All of that I need to work it in the spirit.
And we're feeling you, Shem. Like you're here.
That needs to be worked in the spirit. You know, I'm reminded of a scripture where it talks about the sons of Sceva and how they were trying to cast out devils. They're like, Paul, we know. Jesus, we know. Who are you?
Who are you?
The demons beat them so hard they ran away naked. And that is the reality of the spiritual realm. There's powers, there's principalities, there's rulers. Now, if I want to come and disrupt the work of the enemy, I need to be fit. I need to be spiritually fit. I need to have the right ammunition. I need to be properly dressed in the armor of God to face those giants, to face those gatekeepers of the music industry. And I can't just show up there, you know, I don't even know what's what.
So sorry to cut you. So in that waiting, that's also when you also started writing.
Yeah.
Writing your songs.
Yes. I remember when I met with the company that then, you know, sponsored the recording and all, I said to them, I want to, like, there's something, it's like a fire in my belly. Jeremiah says, just like fire shut up in my bones.
In your bones, yeah.
You know, it was like a fire. And I said to her, even if I don't get a record label now or a record deal now or a contract or whatever, I'm going to sing in the street because I feel that I'm ready. This thing needs to come out. This fire needs to come out.
Yeah.
It needs to burst out.
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to open a YouTube channel and start singing there by myself until this thing, I find the money.
So it was time.
It was time, and I knew it. I could feel it in my spirit. This baby that I had been caring for so long, it was time to give birth. And I could not hold it any longer. I said, I'm going to give birth on YouTube. I'm going to give birth on the streets. Wherever you find me, I'm going to be singing.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting anymore.
Yeah.
It's time.
So take us back to that day. I can't remember the exact date. Do you
18th
remember?
of December.
18th of December. How was that moment when you stepped out and the crowds are there? Yes, obviously it was COVID time, so it was limited crowds, but the crowds are there anyways. So the crowd is there. Like, what are the emotions that are going? You know, what are you feeling? What are you seeing at that moment?
Sure, guys, that day was like, it felt like a dream. It felt like I was like, it felt like I was not here. I was not here where everybody is. It felt like I was somewhere else. It felt like I was literally sleeping and I'm dreaming and this thing is happening and it's turning out. Everything was perfect.
I mean, it shows on the video that, like,
Everything I was literally shaking. I'm like, Lord, who am I? That you love me so much that you allowed this to happen. Through me, to me, for me, for the people. Yo, I can't even explain it.
Were you scared?
No, I was not scared. I think I was just, more than anything, overwhelmed by how good God had been to me. I was overwhelmed by the fact that I know I didn't deserve it. It's not because I deserved it. It's not because I have the best voice or the best anything.
Yeah.
Nothing of me by myself was the best. I just saw God. You know, everything about that recording and everything about this whole journey has just been God unfolding it day after day, unfolding and unfolding and saying, trust my plan. Trust my plan. Trust me, I've got this. No need to panic.
But I mean, like, I was there through the whole process, and I saw how, you know, it was not a smooth ride. It was not a smooth journey. There were so many humps and mountains that we had to climb, and it was also emotionally draining.
Yeah.
I remember there were days you'll just be like, you know, I'm tired. You know, I'm tired. So how did you get over all of that? And I mean, I remember when the recording came, you were actually supposed to record outdoor.
Yeah.
Right? And then it rained, like it poured. And there was just no way that thing was going to happen, you know, outdoor. And now we look at it indoor. It's amazing. Like, how did you overcome and still keep the faith that it's still going to be an amazing day with all the hurdles that you had to go through?
I had a word. There's something that I was holding on to.
Yeah.
I remember when we were uncertain about whether it's going to happen or not. And I said to God, God, this is time. Tell me now, here and now, do you want me to do this? If you don't want me to do it, I won't do it. If I am not going with you, I am not going at all. Do you want me to do this? If you want me to do this, make it happen. Make it happen. If you don't want me to do it, it's okay. I'm not gonna, throw a tantrum and be like, you're not good. No. It's fine. I will wait. Right? And I said, God, if you want me to do this deal, we are sealing it today. If this is your plan, we are sealing this deal today.
Yeah.
And guess what? That day, we sealed the deal. And it was done. It was confirmed. From there on, nothing was going to stop me. Because I knew that I am standing on a word, and the one who said it does not change. The one who said it doesn't turn around and change his mind.
And I think I love the fact that, this word came to you.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when it comes from other people, we're like, no, but when God, you are sure that it's not somebody else coming with their own, maybe, desires for you.
Yeah.
Maybe, they think they had God and they didn't really hear God. But when it's a word that comes from God himself to you, I think that's the best. Because you don't want to run on somebody else's desire for you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I stood on that word, and from there on, nothing could have convinced me otherwise. Yeah. Even if it literally snowed that day,
you were still
I was still gonna do it.
Okay. So one of the questions about your music, we're almost done. One of the questions about your music was, how did Ahuna come about?
Ahuna. Ahuna was written. I wrote that song with my producer. So I explained it on another video. So what happens when I write songs is God literally puts a word in my spirit. Yeah. Puts a word in my spirit, be it with a melody or just lyrics. Specifically Ahuna, it was just lyrics. Just God pouring it into my heart that I love you. Nothing can ever separate me from his love. Yeah. Right? And I went with by myself to my producer, and I told him I want to write about the love of God. I'm so convinced that he loves me. Nothing is gonna move me. We worked on the melody, and Muraro, when we recorded this thing almost a year ago now, and between that time when we recorded and now when the song is out, goodness me, God literally, I cannot tell you what was the delay, if it was even a delay at all.
Yeah.
But I knew exactly what had to happen. God was taking me through what had to happen before the release. I needed to be at a certain place, which I was not then.
Sure.
And I am now.
Yeah.
God took me through the understanding of every single lyric on that song, on all the other songs in the album. When I talk about God being the lover of my soul, when I talk about him being my best friend, I know exactly what I'm talking about. And that's what is in the... He took me through when I talk about God being a healer, I believe it so much because I've seen him do it. When I talk about him being a friend, when I talk about rest in God, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. So when I say I am persuaded, when I say I am persuaded, it doesn't matter whether you come from and who you are, what position you hold in this world. You can never tell me otherwise.
Sure. I mean, you have so many amazing songs on that album. I can't wait for everybody to just hear the music.
Yeah.
Why did you choose Ahuna from all those amazing songs?
Strangely enough, Ahuna, when we recorded, was not really this song.
Okay.
It was just one of the songs that were nice. But for some reason, when we were doing post-production, Ahuna just literally just, like that child that sneaks up on you, like, you're nice. Actually, you're fire. So,
yeah. Which one do you know?
You don't know it? You're beautiful. Actually, you're gorgeous. How?
Was that your reaction to the song?
Yes, it was like,
Actually.
this is not, actually, this song is fire. So, wow, guys. So yeah,
Okay.
it was
No,
just
like
one of
you-
those songs, but you know, I had to pray hard about which song to release first, because there were other options as well that we were considering, but you know, God confirmed it in my spirit that this was the song to break out with.
So maybe just give us a taste of one other song that is so amazing on your album.
Okay, which one should I do? You agreed? Okay. There is no one like you. Murengururi wambiru yanga. God of miracles, signs and wonders. Ina nibone. There is no one like you. You are great.
Oh.
Murengururi wambiru yanga. You are great. God of miracles, signs and wonders. Yes. Ina nibone. Fire, 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 you answered by fire.
You are
Yes.
great.
Mashina barangana matungawate. God of miracles, signs and wonders.
You are great.
Same thing. Ina dibone. The chorus.
Fire, fire, fire.
You answered by fire. You are great. Hey, you
are.
Okay, and then the chorus. Hallelujah, morena boruga. Hallelujah, morena boruga.
It was going so great. That just that part.
It's in the Hallelujah, morena boruga. Hallelujah, morena boruga. Hallelujah, morena.
I'll try. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Dibone. Chorus. Say. Hallelujah, morena boruga. Hallelujah, morena boruga. Hallelujah, morena boruga. Yes. Dibone. Rimarot. Hallelujah, morena boruga. Hallelujah, morena boruga. Hallelujah, morena boruga. Dibone.
Ooh, I love that song. Okay, we need
Yeah.
to close. So, Taki, who is Jesus to you?
Oh my God. It's like my
Yeah.
Oh my God. Jesus is more than anything. He's my best friend. You know, we spoke about friends earlier on. Jesus is that friend for me. He's my run-to place. He's Lord over my life. And what that means for me is when whatever happens, whatever decision I make, whatever outlook I have in life, it starts with Jesus. His life, you know. And I just feel like, for me right now, for where I'm at, he's enough. I don't need additions. I don't need people to make him more colorful. It's already is exactly what I need.
Yeah.
Him being him. We don't need to kuzelela him. He's enough. Just my relationship with Jesus is everything.
So I was actually having a conversation with a friend this week, and I was saying to her that how you perceive God or Jesus is how you will experience him. And it's also something that our pastor was also talking about, how you perceive, it's how you will receive and experience, right? And I was saying to her that I always see God as this big giant who's warm, who's kind, who's like embracing me all the time, who's giving me love. And I was saying to her that I struggle, and I know that he's the Lion of Judah.
Yeah.
I know that he's a mighty warrior, but those things for me have not fully registered. I always see him as this, like my comfort, man, like my comfort, someone I can run to, and he's embracing me all the time. What is your image of God? Like, what is that? What has your spirit registered about who God is, and that is like your go-to thing all the time? Do you see him as the lamb, as the lion?
I see God as the Father. I see God as the Father.
Yeah.
I see Jesus as my friend. I see the Holy Spirit. I see the Holy Spirit as like, I have an image of this beautiful creation that is gentle, that is so gentle and so calm. He's like a a whistle of a calm wind, in my spirit. He quiets the storm. I always have an image of, there's a Bible scripture in Zephaniah says that God is mighty to save, he's mighty to deliver. He quiets us with his love.
Sure,
So I have this image of a mother who's holding a child. The child could have been screaming the whole night. When they come into the hands of the mother, and the mother starts singing. I have that image of God singing over me all the time. It's like God is saying, Tula, Tula, I'm here, rest,
Yeah.
calm, peace, love, all the time. Like when the storms are raging, when it gets rough, and he's saying, come, let me sleep, let me tuck you in. Tuck you into my arms. I have that image of God singing over me all the time, quieting me with his love.
Sure, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay, one last question. So I love it when people talk about their beauty, right? And beauty not as in the physical, what we see on the outside, but what makes you beautiful? What makes Takalani beautiful? What do you love the most? I think I once saw your status on your WhatsApp, and you said, I love myself. I wouldn't want to be anybody else. I love who I am, And what do you love about yourself? What beauty do you think you project and you love it?
I love that I am kind-hearted. Very like that's my favorite thing about me. Is that I am kind and genuinely in my heart. I don't try to prove it because I know I am it. I don't try to overreach and overstretch myself to prove to people that I'm kind. I don't need to. Once you are in my space, once you are in my world, you will feel the kindness. You will feel the warmth. And I think that's the one thing I love. And I'm very lighthearted. Like, I don't take offense. You cannot offend me.
I wanted to say that I was gonna tell you what I love and admire about you. for me, it's you're not bothered about a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, and I watch you and I'm like, that's beautiful. And I'm not gonna try to be you because we're so different, you know.
Yeah.
But I look at it, I'm like, just a little bit of that to me would really do me good as well, you know. Just to not be bothered about a lot. Like even with your recording. I remember I came to one of your rehearsals and those people were late. And I'm like, yes, if it was me. And you were, you know, like I would be so annoyed that why are you not respecting time? Like, and you're not, you know, like for me, stuff like that bothers me. Like
Yeah.
if you're late, if you're not communicate, like those kind of things
Yeah.
bother me, right?
Yeah.
And I watched you. You were not bothered. Like it was just a normal day to you. Like, and I'm like, it's nice, you know. Like I admire that about you, and I feel like you're not bothered about a lot of stuff.
No, I
Maybe that's why we Ntonga Kumba to us.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
we feel like the things that should bother you doesn't
They
bother you,
don't
then we
bother
feel
me.
like we should get bothered on your behalf.
Yeah. Shame, guys.
Like the Colgate thing.
What's wrong?
No, there's nothing wrong
How
with
come
it.
you brought the Colgate?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I brushed my teeth.
It's small things like that where we're going on a holiday, like we're going actually on a youth camp.
Yeah.
Taki doesn't pack her toothbrush, doesn't pack Colgate. She's like, no, my older sister's there. And Vela, because I know her, I carry all of those
Yeah.
things. So, okay.
But that had to change. I mean, when I transitioned,
course.
you know, into being a mother, I now need to be the
Yeah.
one that carries everything. But yeah, I'm not. It takes a lot for something to really bother me. I'm just a simple person. I take it easy. Maybe I take it too easy, but I take it easy most of the time.
No, it's good for your heart.
It's good for my heart. Yes, my heart is very. Yeah, I'm light-hearted.
That's good for you.
I'm free and I love it.
How is it being my sister? You know. Yes.
yeah.
You can just bring it this side now.
Fish it.
How is
Fish
it being my
first.
sister?
It's I love being your sister. I wouldn't trade you for anyone. You know, I wouldn't trade any of my sisters for any other person. I love it here. I love how you care and how you express it. You don't care and keep it in. You care and you express it. You love loudly. You love openly. No one has to guess. My children will always have a mother because I know that she will love you with a big voice. You know, you're an amazing person. You're bold and fearless. Oh, I admire that about you. You're bold and fearless. You go for what you want. Yay, the naysayers can stand there, you know, and watch, and they'll end up clapping at the end of the day. But I love it. I love how you've embraced life with all its complications, and still come out victorious and not allow shame to cripple you, because shame can cripple a person. When you've gone through stuff, as if it happens to you alone, and it's happening to almost everybody else. People are going through things, but the difference between you and someone else could be the fact that you decided to overcome the shame, to say, I'm not the first person whose engagement was broken off, certainly not the last, but I'm not going to let that fear cripple me. I'm going to use it as a testimony that can help someone else. And that, my sister, is a step of faith. It's a step of boldness. It's a step of embracing what God has called you for in life, and that is definitely admirable.
Thank you
love
for that. Thank you for that. Okay, thank you for that. So I think in closing, what I love, okay, this thing is also about sisterhood. What I love about you is, I think I've said it already, that the one thing that I really, really admire is that yes, you might not have a lot of friends, but you have people.
Yeah, I'm surrounded.
Yeah, you have people, although you might not call them friends.
Ooh,
But as a sister, as an older sister, I watch and I'm like, I'm glad that you've got that person in your corner.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you've got that person in your corner. So I love that you're not bothered, but I also love, although you might not have a lot of friends, but you have your people.
Yeah.
And I love the humor that you bring to us as a family, the sisters. Like, it's when we get together, it's fun times. It's amazing. We are laughing. We're having a good time. And I think for me, the one thing that I've been, remembering, of late with your music as well. The fire you bring when you sing on stage. And it reminds me of mom all the time. Because I remember Mama Wachiri, people always say to her that even when my mom was a nurse, so even when she was in that hospital and they were having prayer in the morning, like she would sing as if she's at church. Like she would sing like there's a crusade, they're going to win souls now. And I feel like it's what you do as well. It's that fire that you bring on the stage. I was watching one video where you were squatting the whole time. I'm like, this girl does not even exercise. You don't squat, but when you're on stage, there's just like this, like the fire you bring is just, I watch it and I'm like, Lord, hi, this woman.
I don't know how to do halves.
Yes, when again.
No,
you go in full.
Generally in everything. In everything, I don't know how to do kancane. I pour my everything into it. Yeah. At work, they know I work with my heart. When I send that report, if it comes back with a bad review, I cry tears because I put in my heart into it. When I get into relationships, it might not be a friendship. It might be just a sisters at church. I go in with my heart. I don't know how to do legs in and then body out. I go in.
You go in, yeah.
Even on stage, the moment I have the mic, I don't know how to do little. I want to leave everything, whatever is happening on the inside. Sometimes I scream things that don't make sense, but it's because I needed to release what was on the inside.
Aren't you tired though, like after ministry?
I'm finished.
Hey, because wow.
I'm done. Like I'm so tired. I don't want to talk. People that I travel with, they know when I come back from ministry, please don't talk to me. Don't play music in the car. Can I just have silence? Don't ask me how was ministry. Not now. Let's check tomorrow.
Yeah.
But in the moment, I am so finished. It's like I just literally just gave birth.
Sure. We need to end it. I didn't even get through all my questions, but this has been so long. I'm sure we're like over an hour, but yeah, guys, thank you so much. Taki, thank you so much for coming to my channel. Finally.
Yeah.
Finally, she's here. So thank you so much. This was so amazing. I feel like we need to have a round 2. Yeah. I don't know what we'll talk about.
Now I can talk.
We need to have a round 2. Hey, yeah. We can talk again.
Yeah,
hey.
yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll have a round 2. So you guys can tell us if you want a round 2. We'll definitely make it happen. But thank you so much, Taki, Chairo, for joining us. I told her when I sent her a message to say I want you on my channel, when she said yes, I was like, what an honor.
Wow.
What an honor. She might be my younger sister, Dr. Mamanda Sierra, but still, I honor the gift of God in your life. And I never want to get too familiar with, the gift that God has placed in your heart. And I never want to take it for granted and be like, Nditaki. Like wherever she sings, we were at a funeral a couple of weeks ago. I was like there, like with my hands up, and I'm like, this is a woman of God. When you're on stage, I don't see Taki, Miangosha. I see a woman of God, and we truly, truly celebrate you. We celebrate what God is doing in your life and global. How did this global thing come about?
Yo, I don't even know, hey.
But it's a prophetic.
It's a prophetic thing, and I believe it so much. I believe it with all my heart.
We're going to the nations.
To the nations.
Yeah. No, we celebrate you, Taki, and thank you so much for coming. You're such an amazing sister, an amazing friend to your friends.
I mean, an amazing person to
an
my
amazing
people.
person to your people, an amazing mother, and we truly, truly celebrate you. So yeah, you can can sit back.
You're
So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Tell us what you loved the most about this video, and please don't forget to like, to the first thing is subscribe. Subscribe.
Please
don't
subscribe.
don't forget to subscribe, to like, to comment. If you want a round 2 of Chairo, let me know. We'll definitely bring her on again. She also has her own channel. What is it called?
Takalani Chairo.
It's called Takalani Chairo. You can go there and also just enjoy the music. Are you guys going to be doing anything else besides the music?
Yes, we're going to be doing devotion with Chairo.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Daily. No, not daily.
Okay.
Not daily. I'm not quite sure of the frequency.
Yeah.
But devotion with Chairo, I'll be preaching, speaking the word of God, and also music.
Okay, that's beautiful. So you can also just hop onto her channel and go there, subscribe to her channel as well. Everything is there. Her music, it's beautiful. It's amazing. We can't wait. When is the album coming?
Soon.
Soon, okay. Soon, be on the lookout. The album is coming soon. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. We shall see you next time.
Bye.